Hi, listeners. This is Jim the Keys Bartender. If you're listening, if you're not, if you're a J. Trump supporter, you may not want to listen to the show. But this special episode is on a spillage. And you know, the spillage when the bartender is making a drink, there's rum and vodka and all this stuff goes into the bar mat. And we call it a drink. We call it a hairy buffalo. I used to call it a hairy buffalo. If someone wanted to drink it, uh, we could give it to them. In my wilder days, and I wouldn't do it on the clock because if someone, you have to watch for liability. Right now, it appears we are live. It's a little after 8. Marine One sitting on the lawn of the White House. It has all the majesty and pomp of an eviction. We've seen a couple aides walking out with some boxes. I imagine it's, some snack foods for the president on the way to Air Force One. And maybe some adult diapers and shit like that. Whatever he needs. Some, handy porn. Maybe some magazines or something. You never know what's in those boxes. I know that, what could they be? Oh, they could be pardons. It could be legal documents, so he can pardon some more people while he's still president until 12 o'clock. Now, normally the pomp of this doesn't even rise to the, I was old enough to remember Richard Nixon leaving. And I was around 9 years old. Or no, what was that, 72, 70? I was around 9 years old, but I remember him walking out, and there was actually more supporters there for Nixon, who resigned being president. There was more fanfare for it. Now he's leaving at the end of his term, which I disagree. He shouldn't have been allowed to leave like this at the end of his term because of what happened on January 6th, 2 weeks ago. And remember, it was 2 weeks ago, almost in a couple hours. And there's people out there, MAGA, QAnon supporters, they've been more and more radicalized. My sister had called up my father and telling him to make sure you charge your phone tomorrow. Make sure your phone's charged and all the battery power you need for my father's on oxygen. So she said, make sure this is all done. So because this is what they expect. Why did she say that? Because there's an expectation between now and 12 noon that there would be a call from the Donald saying that he's declaring martial law. I would suggest that Donald declaring martial law would be much like if you were a fan of The Office, when Michael Scott went into the middle office and vocally declared bankruptcy, said, I declare bankruptcy, and thinking that absolved him of any debts. So I don't know if he came out, walked up to the press corps and said anything. We're just waiting for him to come out right now. And, you should actually be watching this on the news. You shouldn't be listening to me talk about it. But I'm going to try to give a blow by blow. And this is interesting. I had planned to do it a regular show, but then I think, wait a second. I want to be able to cover the topics I need to. Why? During the regular show. And part of it will be the inauguration. We're just waiting for the big guy to get off the hopper. Once again, it's 5 after 8. He was supposed to leave after 8. Oh, there we go. We have visual. No, we don't. We don't have a visual yet. But as to attest to how this term went for this president, Melania Trump left already. or she's right. She outsourced the goodbye notes to the House staff, the White House staff, the people that cleaned, cooked, did all these things, appointment setters. Instead of handwriting the notes, she gave it to an assistant and she just signed them. For 4 years, these people were taking care of them, and she decides to outsource something where you can personal notes instead of just saying goodbye. And this is just going to be the topper. I've been waiting this 4 years. This is a new beginning for the supporters or the people who were anti-Trump. And I have to say, think of the conglomeration. There's the people that out there, they may not be Biden supporters, but there's a lot of people that are anti-Trump. You can think there's 32, 34% of people say Trump did an all right job. Now remember, of those 32, 34%, there's people that do it just for tax and religious reasons, thinking that for some reason he's protecting their religious right to express themselves through religious beliefs. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The guy doesn't believe anything. He didn't really do anything for religious freedoms anywhere in the world. So 34%, there's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's around 20%. And hey, I have every right to my opinion. I had somebody, when I made a post about previously concerning the 5 stages of grief and how people right now are trying to work their way through anger. And right now is anger and bargaining. First it was denial. It didn't happen. Now he's got to walk out, and it's already 7 minutes late. He doesn't have to leave. He doesn't really have to leave until a certain amount of time. It's gotten bad already. So ideally, there's a lot of people who would love to see him taken out as a trespasser. Meaning after 12 noon, after he's sworn in, he's no longer the president, so he's not supposed to be on the White House grounds. He wasn't invited. He didn't invite the new president to come in, so obviously he shouldn't be extended the same courtesy. It's much similar to an eviction. That would probably be more poetic to see. So right now Biden's coming out. Oh, we're looking at the Blair House, and that's where Biden's coming out. So it's going to be juxtaposed to have Biden coming out, going to a church service where he actually believes the stuff, which I don't get you people. Anybody, I don't think there's any religious people listening to this podcast. You're probably praying whatever you do because you're worried about. But the real Christian is leaving the Blair House, and the fake believer is leaving the White House right now. And eventually, you're going to have to deal. There's people that said they were believers are going to believe that. And they say, "Well, I'm only doing it for the little unborn babies and all that stuff." Well, he played you like a fiddle. He played you like a fucking fiddle. And here we go. Okay. So you have the juxtapose. You have the Blair House, which appears organized and sedate. And then you have the nervousness of people standing, clutching their hands together outside the White House with the red carpet. And it's 10 minutes after 8. He's already 10 minutes late for his own schedule. Remember, this is his own schedule. And people say, well, he doesn't have to. If it's his own schedule, he doesn't have to leave whenever he wants. So he's probably signing a couple things right now. Probably thinking about, what we can do. Should I pardon myself? If I don't pardon myself. If I pardon myself, that's an admission of guilt. Right? If I have to pardon myself for crimes. What crimes? Do you have to pardon yourself for high crimes and misdemeanors? Do you have to pardon yourself for treason? Do you have to pardon yourself for violation of the Emoluments Clause, which is financially benefiting from the presidency, people made a big deal about Donald Trump donating all his salary, which worked out to be like, let's say, I'm going to be generous, $1.8 million. Okay, $1.8 million. Okay. Well, yeah, he's a billionaire donating $1.8 billion. But he's been raising money the whole time. Campaign. He raised hundreds of millions of dollars. And just the cost of his golf trips putting in by himself were $150 million. So I think they said anywhere of like, it was 94 times the amount he earned was what he spent on his trips, on his golf trips. So it wasn't even close to compensation. Now, in earlier times, in a previous presidency, Obama was president for 8 years, and he didn't go near the amount of money spent for personal travel that Trump did. And Trump complained about that the whole time, saying Obama's golfing too much. Well, we already know, at this point, we know that Trump golfed maybe twice as much as Obama golfed in 4 years, which is 4 times the rate. That's easy math, right? I know you probably guys don't like math and stuff like that. And yes, I'm going to get back to that. The conspiracy theories by the QAnon expects the martial law declaration, power to be shut down, and Democrats to be executed. When at a time mainstream followers of any political party other than during the Civil War, did they expect something like that? I don't know if they expected that during the Civil War. The Civil War, when was sparked by when Lincoln was making his way for inauguration. They put him on a train. They had to secretly take him into Washington D.C. because they were worried about seditionists. When he was coming to Illinois, and I think he made a connection out of Baltimore when he came from Illinois to come to the White House. They had to go in there. Here today, it's from the Blair House, and the Blairs were a very important family during the Civil War. They were part of. Oh, here comes Trump and Melania. We may do a little pause. Let's see what's going on. He's walking over to the press. I'll do a translation. See, walking over to the. Let's see what he says. You talking to reporters? No. If he did, he and Melania. Let's see.
We will get the tape of what he is telling the press in a few minutes. It's something called what's tape turn. It's not being fed in live. It's taped, and then when we get that, we will bring that to.
Oh, here we go. It was under a minute. There he goes. No declaration of martial law. There you go. Oh, are they holding hands? Yes, they're holding hands. That is news. Let's see how long that lasts. I don't see. I would, if I was more of a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, I'd more say I would bet, but I rarely ever place money on it. But if I was given decent odds, I would say within the year she will file for divorce. Before he is, she should file for divorce before he is, put in jail. That's what I mean. I think that's what he's going to say. Oh, here comes more people. They're coming with their big briefcases, their Gucci bags. Okay, they're. Can't see. It looks like, is that Kushner and Ivanka? I don't know. Here we go. Mike Pence did not show up to say goodbye. This is the first, probably one of the first times in the last, since 1869. I think 1869 it was Andrew Johnson, not Andrew Jackson, Andrew Johnson, who was impeached, also impeached, but he was only impeached once, where this president got two impeachments. He's twice as good making. He did. When you say great, there, great doesn't mean good all the time. If you say I'm doing great, but you can say there was a great storm, there was a great uprising, there was a great, a great storm doesn't mean the storm was really beneficial. A great storm means a big one. So there was a great amount of what? Corruption, theft, disrespect, insurrection. Here we go. They didn't even start the engine yet. They're going to get everyone's seatbelted in. So everybody got to. So there it goes. And it's going to be. There's about 200, 300 people at Joint Base Andrews, and let's see how things turn out. This is going to be awesome. Okay. Here we go. It's getting up to speed. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of people waiting there for the power to go off. Here, I think this would probably be the time. He's going to Joint Base Andrews, so I guess he has to have the plane back. It's like a rental. It's like a car rental, isn't it? Or the Whitehouse thing is an Airbnb rental, and I'm imagine there's probably going to use up their deposit for cleanup, especially in the bathroom. Since the comment, remember the President Trump, I think he probably strengthened the flushing power of the toilets. He probably had it retrofitted with items they only have on spacecraft to flush the enormous dumps he took. Because he did say, things have gotten so bad you have to flush twice. So here we go. We're taking off. A heavy laden Marine One lifts off from the ground and starts turning, if I remember correctly, north. Because how do you know, Jim? As a child, I lived on Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base. It was Andrews. Joint Base Andrews. It used to be called Andrews Air Force Base. And since World War II, it was used as maybe even prior to that, but here we go. It's taking off. It normally takes, it's flying 120 miles an hour. It would take about, about 15 miles away, 18 miles away. Take about 7 minutes. Yep. Just a short one. Then he's going to go and say something. And there'll be an expectation. They go, well, he's on an Air Force base. Now he's protected. And the QAnon theory, the vice chairman and Joint Chiefs of Staff on this has a fake account. There was a fake account set up that purported that a general on the vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff was suggesting that martial law was going to be declared. So once that happens, I guess he could, if he's heading south in Air Force One, you can be assured, QAnon supporters, that it's not going to happen. The only places, there's Mount Thunder or whatever in the western part in West Virginia or Maryland. It's a underground base in case of a nuclear attack, and there's one in the Rockies in Colorado, I think. So that's the only places he would do it, and I guess that's what they're thinking, that Trump's going to go to Andrews Air Force Base, get on Air Force One or prior to Air Force One, declare martial law, fly off to one of the secure locations, and direct the Civil War, the next Civil War. But my suggestion is Trump, the coward, who had bone spurs, a big supporter of the military, never served. He was in a military boarding school. I think but my expectation is he's going to get on Air Force One, fly down to West Palm Beach International Airport in Florida, depart, get into. I mean, by the time he departs, by the time he arrives in Mar-a-Lago, he will be within a half hour no longer being the president of the United States, and he will not be declaring. There will not be declaring martial law from Mar-a-Lago in West Palm Beach. It's just interesting. Oh, oh, he's taking a spin, one last spin around the White House, saying, "Here I am. Look, check me out. I'm still the president. I'm flying. I'm flying." Okay, here we go. Let's take a look around. Oh, I took a dump over there. I took a dump over there. I took a dump over. We can put a hotel there. It'd be a great place for Trump. I'm going to try to. This is where my monument is going to be, right here. He's flying by the Washington Monument. I want a big, big monument, but I want it rounded at the top and two lumps on the bottom. Yeah, I'm trying to suggest that he probably want a phallic one, but it would have to be the size. It would be more of a size of a gift shop, a short mushroom type thing with just a tiny, tiny little thing. So that's probably. Here we go. Flying over there. There they go. It's flying around. How much gas we have? Can you fly? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he didn't want to leave. Uh, he didn't want to leave the Washington as not the president on a non-government plane. So here we go. Yep. Okay, so he was working on parts this morning. Some interesting ones. Oh, Ivanka. Okay, Daddy, who are we going to pardon next? He's trying to pardon, Kim Jong Un. But Daddy, he's not an American president. He's not an American citizen. Oh, okay, I can't pardon him. So, well, here we go. Yep. No, there were no staffers there outside except the people that got uh, on the Marine One with him. Oh, here we go. Uh, uh, oh, here we go. What did he say? Spoke for a minute. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, good. So if he's going to say something stupid, he's going to have to say it at Joint Base Andrews because he said it's been a great honor being president, and which had to be real tough to keep him on message with that, and thanked the press as he left. The people that he called the enemy of the American people, which they aren't. Just because it's pretty much like that inner city thing about snitches. Like, you guys are snitches. That's what you are. Snitches get stitches. That's what he probably believes right there. But here we go. You got Joint Base Andrews. So it's probably going to take about 4 or 5 more minutes. Come and land. Oh, a couple MAGA hats. There we go. Um, well, I wonder. I wonder how he got the. I know they're not paying royalties for the music. I know the Rolling Stones probably, but Survivor. That probably. I think that was the name of the band. Survivor. They were playing "Eye of the Tiger," which probably would let almost anybody use that from the Rocky. Here he comes in. It's gonna be great. Here we go. People are. What? What's? Oh, here we go. Wow, they're playing a lot of '80s hits. Gloria. Here we go. The heavenly laden Marine One. Uh, as it struggles to land. Uh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Boom. There's a rough landing. Huh. There we go. Let's see. Yep. Here they come. I remember being on the. Oh, there's Air Force Marine One and Marine. I guess he brought Marine Two. They're there as a decoy in case there's a missile attack, I guess, or something like that. But you figure you'd probably want a couple of Apaches up there or something like that, or Comanches, or these are attack helicopters that could be also anti-aircraft. But I imagine them. I don't know all the particulars about Marine One and Marine Two, but the imagine there's a lot of items that they have, defensive items, in case something was going to happen. There we go. Wow, they are pulling awfully close, Marine with Marine One, right up there. Wow. Okay, he's pulling. There's Marine One. It's pulling in between. Okay, there's Kushner and there's Ivanka standing in the front. Eric Trump without the helmet and his wife and Donald Jr. Oh, see Kimberly Guilfoyle dancing there. She dancing like she did on January 6th? That's Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend. Here we go. Oh, he looks like he's taking a little tour around the air base in a. Oh, here he goes again, passing in front of the. here, here we go. Here we go.
flies around the world,
Yep.
representing America's democracy. I remember being on that plane when George W.
Yep.
Bush flew into Iraq.
Here
There
we
was a lot
go.
of controversy of the Iraq War, but the flag on that jet stands for America around the world. The next time this will fly to Florida,
Okay.
Joint Base Andrews, and it will be a President Biden who gets
I
us
think he's
started
waiting for more people to arrive.
agenda.
It's like arriving at your own surprise party, knowing that you have a surprise party. And, oh my God, there's only a third of the people there. There's only 8 people there? No, there's more than 8 people. So you got his immediate family. Where's Tiffany? Oh, there she is with her fiance. She just got engaged. She announced her engagement the day before, which is smart because she announced her engagement today. It would have been like page 21. Here we go. He gets his. Here we go. He gets. This is. Oh, okay. They're playing the song that they played during the Clinton campaigns, which the Clintons actually got permission to use, or Bill Clinton got the permission to use. But I'm sure Journey and the band, and whoever controls the rights for it, didn't, didn't license this to them. Oh, playing "Don't Stop Believing." Yeah. Here we go. Boy, I wonder how much polish they have to put on this helicopter. So shiny. Here we go. They stopped. There comes the door coming down. There's a Marine. There's the Donald right behind. Don't fall down the steps. You're not good with the steps. Let's see it. Oh. 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 Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Holding on to the wall. Oh no, I just saw the red tie and I just assumed that was. No, it's. Oh. That's here. Okay, we got 2 Marines there. 1, 2. Here we go. Open door. Wait for the great orange bloated one to arrive. Come on. Oh. Come on. How long have we been doing? Oh my gosh, I've been recording for 33 minutes. Let's see. Open door. See some shadows, an ominous shadow come up. Bye. See ya. Stay strong. Oh, yeah, probably should practice that. Well, he looks horrible. He looks like he's been up all night. Well. Oh, okay. It sounds like they have the maitre d' from a local catering hall make the announcements. Almost sound like our new bride and groom, Donald John Trump and Melania, are soon to be divorced. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's got the 21 gun salute. He goes, they make boom sounds. Yep. Oh, I wasn't ready for it. I got the diaper on. I'm all right. Here we go. Oh, Melania applied positive pressure to my hands as I walk up the steps. Here we go. Walking up to the. Oh, yes, that's a microphone. I don't see. Okay, I'm going to wing this. I can do it. He did that pump thing that he does. That looks like he's giving someone a hand job. There we go. Yeah. Here I go. Hello. Guys, some MAGA supporters. There we go. There. People that live on Andrews, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
we love you, and I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, we love you.
This has been an incredible 4 years. We've accomplished so much together. I want to thank all of my family and my friends and my staff.
It doesn't sound like there is a precursor to martial law, guys. I'm sorry.
For your effort, your hard work. People have no idea how hard this family worked.
Oh, how hard my family worked. Yeah. Look at all that plastic surgery.
But they did a fantastic job. I just
Yeah.
want to thank all of you, everyone. I want
Oh,
to thank
it looks
all of
like
my volunteers.
someone's kid is just dancing around.
But
Wow.
it's been something very
Oh,
special.
Mark Meadows, I think that was.
This
It
lady
looks like he just got out of an abusive relationship.
grace and beauty and dignity,
Yeah.
and so popular with the people. So
So
popular.
popular. So popular.
Honey, would you like to say a few words, please?
Hello, be the best. It was an honor to be your vice. No, your first lady.
Greatest honor. Thank you for your love and your support. You will be in my thoughts and prayers. God bless you all. God bless your families. And God bless this beautiful nation.
Or maybe this beautiful nation. Be best. Be best. All I see is blood, blood, blood. She sounds like a vampire.
But what we've done, that's true, honey. Great
Great
job.
job.
What we've done has been amazing
Amazing.
by any standard. We rebuilt the United States military. We created a new force called Space Force. That in itself
Oh, he's touting Space Force. That's awesome.
for a regular administration.
Well, listen.
Not a regular administration.
You know what? This is called Spillage. It is what it is. I know there's a lot of gaps and stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave this. This is just too much. I gotta pay attention to what this guy's saying right now. But I'm sorry for you supporters. I'm sorry to my sister and I know there's people hunkering down with their guns and stuff like that. I hope you don't do anything stupid to your family or to your neighbors or anybody else. There's no reason for you to. But good luck out there. You know it's over. Let it pass. Try to deprogram yourself. You're going to have to rebuild your lives. You can't have. You got to get rid of all this hate that yet had been building up. It's not going to happen. So, whatever. And luckily I have a small enough listener audience that I probably don't have any of the QAnon people listen to me. But thank you. I'll be coming back to you with a regular episode a little later. It's Jimmy Keys, Bartender, signing off. Thank you. God bless. And watch out for the next guy that comes around telling you that he's going to make America great again. Bye.